What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for picking another one of my videos right here on YouTube. So recently I've started to download some of the weird and wonderful tactics that are out there for FM23, put them through their paces in single season sims, and today I'm going to be testing another tactic right now. I've picked three more teams. I've picked Tottenham, West Brom and Derby, and I'm going to put them through a single season sim to see what happens with this tactic. Now obviously West Brom, Derby and Tottenham are all in different divisions, so you get to see a little breakdown of what this tactic could do across more than one division. So as always, we're going to go into the tactic and show you the positions. We're going to show you the in possession, out of possession and the in transition, and then we will show you those all important results. So with Tottenham open, let's jump into the tactics tab to reveal. This tactic is called Zaz Fire 1.0, a variation of the Zaz Earth, Wind, Fire series, and water I think is the other one. There are a series of 4 tactics that Zaz has created. Zaz always does a great job with the tactics. This tactic does look a little bit lonely in the middle of the park. It's a 4-1-3-2, and you really do have to have a good RPM because he's going to get isolated in games. But it's looking like it's negated by just going all out attack. Let's break down some positions for you. So we start off with a sweeper keeper on support. We have an inverted wing back on the left, 2 ball-playing defenders in the middle, with another inverted wing-back on the right. We have a roaming playmaker in the middle of the park on support. Now, as always, if you've come here to port this version of the tactic out to another version of the game, don't forget, if you want to pause the video to jot anything down, feel free to do so. Also, if you are recreating it as you go along, don't forget to come back and tell me how you get on in different versions of the game in the comment section down below. But let's continue on up the pitch. On the left-hand side, you will have a winger on support. You have a shadow striker on attack. And you have a winger on support on the right. At the top of the pitch, you have an advanced forward on attack and another advanced forward on attack on the right. It has a custom style of football. Its mentality is positive. Its in possession will look like this. Its in transition will look like this. And its out of possession will look like this. So to you and me, this looks like a bizarre tactic because it basically means that you've got nothing in the middle of the park. If it were me, I'd just be telling the goalkeeper to lump the ball as far up the pitch as he can. With 5 players in the attacking third, surely one of them is going to get it. Will this tactic work? Let's have a little look. So Tottenham finished 3rd in the league on 77 points, finishing 13 behind Liverpool and only 3 behind Manchester City. So that is pretty decent. Got a 52 goal difference there. In terms of the Champions League, they didn't qualify from the group, and that put them into the Europa League, where they finished runners-up. Let's have a little look who they played in the final. They lost 6-3 in the final to Manchester United. Isn't it funny how 9 times out of 10 when you get to a final, you're drawn against another club from the same country. Emirates FA Cup knocked out in the semi-final by Manchester City, and they were also runners-up in the Carabao Cup. So that means that they were 1 game away from winning both the Europa League and the Carabao Cup. They were also 1 game away from the FA Cup final. Let's have a little look then at the Premier League and see what happened in their season. Look at the stages. They played 38, winning 24, drawing 5, lost 9, 103 goals scored, 51 goals conceded, giving a 52 goal difference and 77 points. So as I said, 3 points behind Manchester City is quite impressive. 13 behind Liverpool, who are runaway leaders of the league. If we look at the profile, you can see Harry Kane getting 27 goals. He got a 7.94 average rating. Hugo Lloris kept 15 clean sheets. Emerson Royal got 14 yellow cards. There is nothing down the bottom in terms of other stats. In terms of competitions again, so 3rd in the Premier League, a 2nd in the Europa League, semi-final of the FA Cup, and 2nd in the Carabao Cup. So a decent start from Tottenham. What can West Brom do? Can they go any better? So West Brom have got themselves automatic promotion, 94 points with a goal difference of 44. Let's look in the competitions tab and break that down. So as I said, 2nd place finish, getting promoted automatically. In terms of the FA Cup, knocked out in the 3rd round by Everton. Carabao Cup knocked out in the 3rd round by Leeds. Let's break down this Sky Bet Championship season and show you how they got themselves promoted. So in the league table, you can see they played 46, they won 28, they drew 10, lost 8, scored an impressive 112 goals, which gave them a 44 goal difference because they conceded 68, sorry. They finished on 94 points. So they finished 13 points behind Norwich, who are normal runaway leaders of the league. And they have finished 8 points ahead of Middlesbrough. So quite impressive to see that West Brom managed to propel themselves into the automatic promotion places and finish comfortably clear of Middlesbrough in third place. If we break down the rest of the stats, you've got Grant on 29 goals, Dyke on 7.75 and Ajayi on 7.28. We have nobody in the assists. Dyke with 10 Player of the Match awards. Ajayi did get 19 yellow cards, so some discipline issues with this tactic maybe. And that means that West Brom will be playing football in the Premier League next season. 2 clubs down, 1 to go. What can Derby do? Derby can win their league. Very impressively as well. 5 points clear at the top of League One. Portsmouth on 90, Plymouth on 85. In the FA Cup, they reached the second round, being knocked out by the MK Dons in the second round. Reached the fourth round of the Carabao Cup, being knocked out by Bournemouth, and they won the Papa John's Trophy. Let's see who they beat in the final, beating Crewe 5-2 in the final to lift the Papa John's Trophy. Let's look at Sky Bet League One then. If we go to the stages, go to the league table, you can see 46 games played. 28 of those were won, 11 were drawn, 7 were lost. They scored 101 goals, conceded 54, goal difference of 47, and they won the league by a clear 5 points. So very impressive from Derby for their season, and they will be back in the Championship next season. So if we go here, we can see nobody in terms of their players was in the top goals, but Collins was 5th with 22, Sibley scoring 15 down here. Looking at the average ratings, you have Curtis Davis with 7.17, Louis Sibley with 7.15, and Collins is just down the bottom here with 7.14. For assists, let's see who got on the assists list. So Sibley just outside the top 4 with 11, Barkhuizen with 10, and Collins with 10. Player of the Match awards, Barkhuizen with 7. You've got Cashin and Knight on the yellow cards list, so again, discipline needs to be looked at. You got Thompson on 16.43 kilometres covered per 90 minutes, and Corey Smith, sorry. Misplacing the name. Corey Smith with 15.67 kilometres per 90 minutes there. So impressive from their running stats. So if we go back to the competitions tab, then you can see that Derby County have won their league and they will be in the Championship next season. West Brom have finished second and got automatic promotion, and they will be in the Premier League. And that finishes up with Tottenham finishing third and runners up in most other places. So if you have stuck with it so far, you're still here at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe button, please consider doing so. It helps the channel so much, and the growth across the past couple of weeks has been absolutely phenomenal. It's all down to yourselves, and I can't thank you enough. Before you go, don't forget to check out the other things on the channel. There's tactics, Wonder Kids, Let's Plays, tutorials, a little bit of something for everybody right here on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you on another video very, very soon.